Hey challengers, Katina here from Healthwise Queensland. Today's healthy hack is all about reaching your 10,000 steps, particularly during the working day. On average, we sit down for almost 10 hours per day. This is more time than what we are spending sleeping, which sits on an average of about 7.3 hours. That's a huge amount of time that we're spending sedentary throughout the day. And there are so many simple little changes that we can make to make our lifestyles a little bit more active. Now, 10,000 steps originated in Japan in the 1960s. This came around the time or in the lead up to the Olympic Games. Everyone wanted to be that little bit more active, and scientists had done a bit of research around it. They showed that 10,000 steps showed a significant decrease in the risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity rates, any other health concerns that come around with a sedentary lifestyle. On top of that, 10,000 steps calculated out to be about a calorie burn of 20% of what the average adult intakes in a day. So that's a huge difference you can make to your metabolism throughout the day. Now, 10,000 steps for some of you might seem like a distance away, that it's just not very achievable or just sounds so hard to get there. But break it down. If you're already sitting at 4,000 steps, 5,000 steps, add that extra 1,000 on, hit that goal and slowly build from there. It's not about a quick jump, we just want you making small changes to your lifestyle to get there. Now here's our tips around that. So number one, take the stairs. If you're catching lifts regularly, taking the escalators, opt it out whenever you can for the stairs, any chance you can. This is something that I hassle my own team about quite regularly. We leave our lunches 3 levels above where we are, so I try and make sure that they're taking the stairs any chance they can, rather than just quickly jumping in the lift to head up and grab that lunch. On top of that, there is so many habitual tasks that we have day to day that can be slightly adjusted to add in extra steps. Think about when you're printing, if you can print it or go grab your printing from a printer that's further away. What about coffee shops that you're visiting? Is there one that might be that little bit extra walk that you could easily be going to rather than just picking that closest option? Even just booking meeting rooms, you can go to a different level, take the stairs to get there. Little things like this can make all the difference when it comes to adding in those steps throughout the day. On top of that, think about bigger habits. So walking, part of the way to work. You might get off the train that little bit earlier, or you might park that little bit further away. Anything around that commute that you can add in extra steps makes all the difference. Then at lunchtime, pick a lunch spot that you can go to that might be that little bit further away. Maybe it's 1 kilometre down the road, a nice local park. Take that walk there and back. By the time you're done, that's an extra 20% of your, or that's your 20% of your ideal step count in a day, already done and dusted. What about emails? Did you need to send every email that you sent today? Or could you have got out of your seat and gone and spoken to that colleague face to face? Any chance you can to get out of the desk, go and talk to those people face to face makes a world of difference. Now, one thing that I did when I was actually practicing this healthy hack was grab my headphones and go for a walk along the Brisbane River. I was able to voice record myself as I went and just give myself any notes, make sure that I knew exactly what I wanted to say, and was able to get back to the desk and review it afterwards. After having spent a day in the office, I really needed that time away from the desk just to refresh and refocus on what I needed to get done. So this time was crucial, and I definitely recommend it when you're planning or preparing yourself for anything. Now, number 7, calendar reminders. These can be your best friend. I recommend setting one every couple of hours just to remind yourself to get moving. It's quite easy to get stuck in that one position for 3 to 4 hours and you haven't moved a muscle. Set a reminder, get yourself moving. That movement can keep your body on track as it gives your muscles and ligaments a chance to relax, loosen up and lengthen, and just holds off any pains and niggles that you can experience sitting in that one position throughout the day. Now, my favorite tip, and it's something that I've already seen a few clients take on board, is walking meetings. These can make a world of difference. Not only do they get you away from your desk, but that movement increases circulation. That increase in circulation then leads to an increase in energy levels, working a little bit better for you than a packet of lollies or Mentos on the table at a meeting. On top of that, the environment in a walking meeting can be a lot more productive. It breaks down barriers when you're having that discussions with colleagues, and then on top of that, it gives them a fresh new outlook. It was Nylofa Merchant in her 2013 TED Talk that said, getting out of the box leads to out of the box thinking. The change in scenery can fire up different neuro pathways, giving a fresh outlook and often new solutions. Grab a coffee on the way during your next one-on-one with someone or team meeting and clock up the extra couple of kilometers that way. It's an easy, simple thing to do. So what's your first move going to be? Have a look at your current habits and see what you can change to get that little extra movement in throughout the day. Happy stepping challenges.